Let us now understand what are pipes and we will see how to chain pipes, how to read and write data using pipes. In previous lecture, we have seen about streams and using that we have read the content and we have written the content to the file. So for reading, we have used create read stream to create a readable stream that is going to read from a file, and for writing, we have used create write stream that is going to write to the file. But in Node.js, we are having simpler solution, and that is by using pipes. So in Node.js, pipes are very similar to physical pipes. Multiple times we have seen pipes from one hole. If we just put the water, we can just get the water from another hole. So in Node.js, pipes are very similar to that physical pipes, which will be transferring content from one point to another. And they will be providing a way to connect readable stream to a writable stream efficiently. So whatever code we have written earlier for reading the data and then writing the data, so using pipe, we can easily connect readable stream and writable stream and we can get the result. And it will enable transferring data from a source to a destination in very simple and streamlined manner. In technical terms, pipe is a method using which we can transfer data between streams. And we are going to use pipe method on a readable stream, and using this pipe we can easily chain stream operations like I am having readable stream and at the end I am having writable stream, and in between I can use another stream that is transform stream, and I can easily chain all the streams using this pipe. Let us take real world example. Here I am having water tanker for which pipe is connected, and from other end using this tap water is released inside this bucket. Taking this example in Node.js, what we are doing, we are reading water from the tanker and then we are writing that water into the bucket. So using this one pipe itself, we have connected to the tanker, and using the same pipe, I am getting the water inside the bucket. Similarly, using pipe, we can read the content and then we can also write the content to the file. So in Node.js, pipes are very similar. It will be taking readable stream and then it is just going to connect it to the writable stream so that we get the data in our file. Now practically, let us see how to use pipe and how to chain different streams. Here inside the streams, I will be creating one file pipes.js, and from index.js, I will copy entire content and here I am going to paste. So inside this, what we have done, whatever data we are having inside this stream1.txt, we are just reading that content using create read stream, and after that, whatever content we are having, we are just writing the content inside this stream2.txt using this create write stream. But now we are using pipe, so we don't have to do this entire thing. I will just comment, or better, I will remove this. Here, I have created readable stream. I have created writable stream, and below this, I am having different events which will be fired based on their conditions. Now here, what we are doing, we are just creating readable stream and we are creating writable stream, and whatever data we are having inside the stream1.txt, we are reading that content, and whatever data we are having, we are just writing that content inside this stream2.txt. But now we are using pipe. Using that, we can easily take readable stream and then we can connect to the writable stream. So here, this entire thing I do not need. What I can do, I will be taking my readable stream. On this, I will be applying this pipe method, and then simply I'm just going to connect writable stream. That's it. You can see with one line of code, I have just connected my readable stream and writable stream. what I'm doing, whatever data I'm having inside the stream1.txt, entire data will be read and that will be returned to writable stream. Here I don't have to pass chunk, I don't have to do anything, I don't have to pass this kind of callback function. Directly, I'm just connecting this readable stream and writable stream using this pipe. Now I will open stream2.txt, open terminal, I will run node pipes.js. As soon as I hit enter, you can see same thing. I am able to read the data, and after that, whatever data I am having inside this stream1, entire data I am able to write inside this stream2.txt. So using this file with only one line of code, we are able to read and write the data into the file. But now let me show you how to chain pipes. For that, I will be creating another file, chainpipes.js. Inside this, first I'm just going to require this fs module, and what I will do in between, I will be using transform stream. One thing you should make a note, pipe is going to return destination stream which will enable chaining. But whatever destination stream we are having, that can either be readable stream, duplex stream, or transform stream. That cannot be writable stream. The destination stream should always be readable stream, transform stream, or duplex stream. So, to understand this chaining in between, I will be using transform stream, using which whatever content I am having, I am just going to convert into lowercase, and then that entire data I'm just going to write to the file. So first what I will do, I'm just going to require this transform. Here I will be writing transform. Okay, this is named export. So we are writing in curly braces, and this I will get access from this stream built-in module. Now directly I am using this stream built-in module from where I am just accessing this transform stream. Now what I will do, I just have to create transform stream using which I just have to convert the text to lowercase. Here I will be writing new. Inside this I will be passing this transform. Okay, why I am passing in this way? Because we already know whatever types we are creating, those are instances of event emitter class. Inside this I will be passing this object, and this entire value I'm just going to assign to the variable. I will write lowercase transform. Inside this I will write this transform method in which I will be passing three arguments. First is the chunk where I will be having my entire data. Then I will be passing this encoding, and then finally I will be passing this callback. And this transform stream, it is a type of duplex stream where output is computed based on the input. Now inside this, I will just create this variable lowercase lowercase chunk is equal to, now whatever chunk data I am having, okay, whatever data I am receiving, on that I will simply apply this toString method, so that entire data I will be getting in human readable format. And once I receive on that data, I'm just going to apply this lowercase method. Okay, simple enough. Then what I will do, inside this callback function, I will be passing two arguments. First is error. If I'm not having anything, we can simply pass null. And second is the data. So first I will be passing null, and second is the data, that is nothing but lowercase chunk. Inside that, whatever chunk data I am having, entire thing I have converted to lowercase and I have assigned to this variable. And inside this callback function, simply I am just passing this data. Okay, to understand this, definitely you should be having understanding of event emitter class. Then below this, I will be creating readable stream. For that, I will come here, copy, and below this I will be pasting remove this high watermark. I have created transform stream. I have created readable stream. Using this, I am reading the content of stream1.txt. Then below this, I will write this writable stream, copy, and here I will be writing. So whatever data I am having inside this stream1.txt, entire data I have to write inside this stream2.txt. But in between, what I have to do, whatever data I am having, entire thing, I just have to convert to lowercase. Now I will come to stream 1. Here I am having capital letters. If you see, I am having capital letters. For this also, I will make capital letters. So whatever data I am having, entire thing should be converted to lowercase and that data has to be written inside this file. So I will clear the contents. Come here. Now what I will do, I'm just going to change the streams. First, I have to read the data. I will be writing readable stream. Then I will write this pipe method. Inside this, I will be passing transform stream using which we are just converting the text to lowercase. Here I will be passing lowercase transform this entire variable. Then again I will be using this pipe method. Inside this I will be passing this writable stream. That's it. In easy way you can see with only one line of code we can easily chain multiple streams. But whatever destination we are having, it should either be readable stream, duplex stream or transform stream. It cannot be writable stream. So in between, I am just piping this transform stream. I will open terminal and also I'm just going to open this stream2.txt. I will write node chain pipes .js. As soon as I hit enter, now you can see in between whatever content I am having, entire data is converted to lowercase and that is written inside this stream2.txt. Inside this stream1, I am having this data, but inside this stream2, entire data is converted to lowercase. And here inside these pipes, what we have done, for each and every event, we have listened and we have added in this way. But here, instead of doing this, what we can do, here itself, we can change for the events. I will be writing on. Inside this, I will be writing finish event. And after that, we have to pass callback function. I will write log. I will write the text transformation complete. Then again, we can chain another method on. Inside this, I will be passing error, callback function, error, log, error while transforming. I will remove this entire thing, open terminal. As soon as I hit enter, transformation is complete and successfully I am having this entire data. So this is how we can change the stream and we can perform this operation. So now the question is, pipes are blocking or non-blocking? Answer is, pipe in Node.js are non-blocking. Whatever data is processed, it will be processed asynchronously in chunks. So our event loop will not be blocked for other tasks and it is ideal for high performance and scalable applications. And how this non-blocking pipes will be working? So data is read from the source in chunks and it will be read in asynchronous way. And these chunks are passed on the destination stream as they become available without blocking the main thread. Very important. And then event loop remains free to handle other tasks or requests concurrently. So benefits of using pipe is it is going to simplify stream handling, more readable code, efficient memory management, non-blocking data transfer, and easy to chain multiple stream operations, which we have seen in our example. And some of the best practices are always use pipes for larger file transfer, And also you can leverage these pipes for network and IO operations. But before that, you should always have understanding of different types of streams, how it will be working, and only then you should apply this piping concept and you should change the streams. And also handle potential errors in stream operations.